Hello, friend. The most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. I'm Dr. Fred Jones. My doctorate is a Juris Doctorate. That's a law degree. I'm a literary attorney. I'm a retired college professor, and I'm the world's only worthologist. I serve and support women of faith, women who believe in investing in themselves, and women who want to take their message to the masses. If that's you, you're in the right place. Listen to the right guy. If you are one who's been thinking, I want to speak for pay, I want to get paid. I'm tired of speaking for free. I want to speak for a fee. You're in the right place. If you're looking to start a business online and you're wanting to know how can I create another stream of income, keep my current job, but yet I want to do something different, you're in the right place. Friends, I wanted to tell you this. Many years ago, I started my business. Started my business many years ago. In 1991 when I first heard the word intellectual property. And when I heard that word intellectual property, I knew it was something special because 2/3 of the world's wealth is found in intellectual property. But what I wanted to come in and share with you tonight is before I get off on the intellectual property piece, is I got a Cyber Monday special going, closing out at midnight. You definitely going to want to get in on it. It is my Cyber Monday special. It's the 5-figure virtual speaker bootcamp, the 5-figure virtual speaker bootcamp just for you. My son Jonathan is going to be the expert on this live training. You are going to get great value from this training. Jonathan has been using these principles that he's going to be sharing in the 5-figure virtual speaker workshop. He's going to be sharing with you how he's made almost $20,000 since March doing only virtual speaking engagements, only virtual speaking engagement, only speaking online. He's going to show you how to do that. Now, I know many of you are saying, oh man, can we really believe that? I'm not sure about that. That's all right. I understand. I get it. But I would ask you to do this. Give yourself permission to believe that there are people out there that are doing things different than, and there are people out there who are, everybody is not struggling in the pandemic. Everybody is not losing money. Some people are out making money. Some people are out doing some creative things. So I wanted to tell you about it. So if you want to know more about this boot camp, John's going to be sharing step-by-step strategy. He's going to be sharing scripts, drfredjones.com/bootcamp. Okay, you want to go right there to get the information on the bootcamp, drfredjones.com/bootcamp. He's going to be sharing scripts, he's going to be sharing strategies, and he's going to be sharing contracts. He's going to be sharing the very templates and the forms he used to make this happen since March of this year, where he's generated over $20,000 out on the speaking trail. Now, folks, what I wanted to do is tell you your worth wound is causing you your wealth. The worth wound is causing you to your worth wound is your wealth wound. That's what I want to say. Your worth wound is your wealth wound. What am I talking about? Many years ago, friends, when I was taking the bar exam, I took the bar exam. Hello, Kevin7 over on Periscope. Thank you for coming in. I took the bar exam and I failed the bar exam. The bar exam is in Louisiana. It was a 3-day exam, 8 hours a day. 3 days, 8 hours a day. I took the bar exam. I failed the bar exam. Okay. The first time I took the bar exam the second time and I failed the bar exam. Okay. I took the bar exam the third time and I failed the bar exam. By now, I am living in a little house on Evangeline Street, 2 boys. It's cold. The weather is bad. I mean, kind of like wintertime now. And I was raising the boys. My wife had left at that time, going through a divorce, trying to pass the bar exam. I'm talking about a worth wound. Every time I would fail that bar exam, I would feel worthless. Are you listening to me? I would feel worthless. And then I would get up and go and I'll take that exam again. I remember once bar exam results always come in on a Friday, and they'll give you till Saturday to cool off, and then Sunday to re-get your breath. But I remember one time I took the bar exam and I failed the bar exam, and I went to church on a Sunday morning. Andrea Guillory, good to see you on Periscope. I went to church that Sunday morning, And there was a gentleman named Bill Gohagen there. Your worth wound is your wealth wound. And every time I failed that bar exam, I would feel worthless. So I remember going into that church that Sunday morning, and Bill Gohagen was one of the ushers at the door. He said, "Hello, Fred." I said, "Hello, Bill." He said, "How you doing?" I said, "Well, not so good." I said, I didn't pass the bar. Everybody want to know, did you pass? Did you pass? And Bill just gave me a hug, and that hug just kind of held me together to be able to keep going. But I'm going to tell you something tonight. Many of you out there, you're wondering, am I ever going to get out of this financial dilemma? Am I ever going to get out of this situation that I'm in? I want to tell you, there's hope for you, there's help for you, but you got to take action and do the things that you know you must do. And what I knew I must do was keep going. I knew I couldn't quit taking that bar exam. So I booted up and went back at the bar exam again. And so I'm here studying for the bar exam, studying for the bar exam. My money was low, my funds was low, everything was low. And then I didn't have food to eat in the house. The boys were there. We were all living together in a little bitty small house on Evangeline Street, and everything was just like horrible. And so we didn't even have food. So I remember one day a buddy of mine, Lyman White, he drove up in the driveway of my house. I was living in a house where there's a little driveway, and then there's a kitchen to the one house that way, and there's a kitchen to the other house that way. You see right there in that little driveway. And so Lyman pulled up one day, and he opened up the trunk of his car, and he says, "Little bro, here's some rice. Little bro, here's some beans. Little bro, here's some bread. Little bro, here's some whatever." He threw food in the door, okay, because he knew we had been struggling. He knew that things weren't going well for me. And I said, "Wow, that was incredible." And we had food to eat. And so now it was the next day, and it's time to get ready for the bar exam. By now, things were real thin. I didn't have food to eat. The boys and I were sleeping in the same bed to stay warm, and I had to get up and go take the bar exam the next day. Well, guess what? My vehicle went down about the other night before. The engine in my vehicle blew up, and the vehicle broke down, and I didn't have a transportation, and I needed someone to take me to the bar exam. Lyman White, my buddy, was there the next day to take me to the bar exam. I kept going. I went to the bar exam, and I managed to pass the bar exam the next time because I didn't quit. And as a result, friend, I got through that bar exam, and God blessed me with a great job. And now I was able to move out to Atlanta. And since then, I've gone on to write multiple books. I've gone on to become admitted to the Supreme Court. I want to tell you that the thing which was trying to destroy you, God wants to use it to deliver you. And so now today, I live in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm married with a wife and a beautiful family. And God has blessed me over those years because I didn't quit. But you want to know what I've learned to do? I've learned to tell my story. I've learned to lean into my story. I've learned to let my pain be put on display. Until you're ready to put your pain on display, you're not ready to be really used by God. And so, what I'm offering you all tonight is an opportunity to go through my speaker boot camp. It's the 5-figure virtual speakers boot camp. You can sign up for it now. I'm offering it at a very, very special opportunity, a very special rate. It's the five-figure virtual speaker, VRTURAL, the virtual speaker boot camp. That's it. Okay, the virtual speaker boot camp, speaker boot camp. Okay, boot CAMP. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so that's where it is. You can sign up for it right now. Now, folks, let me tell you something. Your deepest pain point has the potential of being your highest paying point. Your deepest pain point has the potential of being your highest paying point. So when you share your pain, you make your pain pay you back. Okay, can someone put that down? When you share your pain, you make your pain pay you back. Let me tell you something about my life. My life has been a life of failure. I failed the bar exam. I failed in my marriage, and I failed in the ministry. Okay, come on, somebody. I said I failed the bar exam, I failed in my marriage, and I failed in my ministry. I've had a lot of failure in my life, and I'm not proud of any of my failure, and I don't blame any of it on anybody else. I take full responsibility for my failure. Let me tell you about it. I failed in my marriage. I wish I could sit here and say that have been an honorable man all my life. I wish I could sit here and say that I've been, just the well-kept man who honored God. No, I haven't always been that way. I failed in my marriage. And as a result of failing in my marriage, ultimately, I found myself having to get some help. I found myself having to get some help. And I remember after my marriage had failed and I had moved to Atlanta and I'm here trying to raise two boys by myself and I'm just struggling, trying to get married every Christmas. It was a hot mess. You follow what I'm saying? I'm talking about my life. It was a hot mess. So I remember I had met this lady and I was going to get married. I only knew the lady about 3 months. Can somebody put in the comment box 3? Can just put the number 3? I just need to know you're listening. Put the number 3 in the comment box. I only knew this lady for about 3 months. Back then, this was in 2006 sometime. And I'm calling myself going to get married. And sure enough, man, I gave the lady a ring and I'm trying to get married. And then guess what? After I gave her the ring, she said, listen, I got something to tell you. I got something to tell you. Okay, listen here, folks. Thank you. I want you all to I'm talking about a boot camp. I'm talking about the 5-figure virtual boot camp, the 5-figure virtual boot camp that's coming up. I'm offering it for a Cyber Monday special. You might want to check it out. You might want to check it out right here at drfredjones.com/bootcamp. Okay, so Ruth Dade. I'd only met the lady, only known the lady 3 months, Ruth Dade. Ruth Dade, thank you for sharing that. Okay, and so I've only known the lady for 3 months, and I was going to get married. Sure enough, she said, I got something to tell you. Well, that was just like heartache and disaster. Sure enough, she told me some things about herself, told me about a previous marriage that she hadn't told me about a bankruptcy, told me about a domestic abuse charge against her, not him. She had beat him up. And I'm here about to marry this woman. And sure enough, the marriage didn't go through and I found myself in a hot mess. After that breakup, after that horrible breakup right there, you want to know what happened? Here's what happened. I realized that I was trying to get married for all the wrong reasons. Can somebody help me out here tonight? Am I just preaching and talking for myself? I was trying to get married for the wrong reasons. I just wanted to have sex legitimately. Hello, somebody. Can I make this plain? Well, all of a sudden I realized that I am the common denominator. I am the problem. And then after that, I got into a class called Living Waters, Healing the Sexually Broken. Healing the Sexually Broken. I got in that class and I got myself some help. I sat down and I began to just get help. And I was in that class for over 6 or 7 years, focusing in on myself, learning how to be whole, learning how to be complete. I'm talking about your worth wound is your wealth wound. Stay with me now, and I'm going to share with you where I'm going. Your worth wound is your wealth wound. Where you've been hurt, where you've been dropped, where you've been let down the most, that's the area that you need to share. I'm talking about a 5-figure virtual speakers boot camp that's coming up, and you're going to want to check it out. You're going to want to be a part of it. I got in that class, and I was in that class for over 7 years, looking at myself, getting whole, learning how to appreciate women, learning how to appreciate myself. So I go in this class one night, and this man was in there, and he said, I'm in here because I cheated on my wife with another man. And so I looked over at that guy, and I'm like, what in the world is this? And then, okay, so I come back the next week, and this lady say, can't no man do for me what another woman can. And I'm like, wait a minute, folks. I paid $500 to listen to this. I said, I'm in here just to try not to fornicate. I don't want to be in here listening to all these crazy stories. So week number 3 come about. And then there was this little guy. I was in my small group with the guys. I'm in week 3. And now I'm still struggling trying to live holy and trying to be pure myself, right? But this guy come in there and he said, I was driving down the road and I saw another man on the billboard and I got excited. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all going to have to give me my money back because I didn't sign up for this. And the Holy Spirit grabbed me by the collar. I'll always remember it. I was sitting there looking down my nose at this other guy. I was looking down my nose at this guy, and the Holy Spirit grabbed me by the collar and said, you ain't no better than any of the rest of them. It was in that moment, folks. Am I helping anybody? Am I helping anybody here tonight? Ruth Dade, am I helping you? Am I helping anybody here tonight? The Holy Spirit grabbed me by my collar and said, you ain't no better than none of the rest of them. It was in that moment, y'all, that I settled down in that class and I said, okay, Lord, help me, help me. Because that was when I became, I was no longer judgmental. I was no longer self-righteous. And I realized I was no better than anybody else in that group. And then the Lord settled me down. And for years, it took 5 or 6 years, I was in that group where the Lord was cleansing me up from toxic relationship, where the Lord was cleansing me up from negative belief, where the Lord was cleansing me up, cleaning me up from sin. And I sat in that group. I would come every Tuesday night, and I would be in that for about 4 hours, and we would be sitting in those small groups taking inventory, and I was getting healed, and the Lord healed me to help me see the value of being a real man. He helped me to see the value of how to treat women. And as a result, I got cleaned up, and the Lord released me out of that program after about 6 or 7 years. I was in that program for a long time, my friend. And that's how God taught me how to value women. That's why most of the people that I work with now are women. I serve and support women of faith, women who believe in self-investing, and women who want to take their message to the world. And when I saw that, it's just been like incredible. And now let me tell you about worthology. The reason you hear me talk a lot about worth, the reason you hear me talk a lot about value is because I didn't value myself. And as a result of did not value myself for a long time, I didn't value women. I didn't value others. But when God took me through that program, Living Waters, Healing the Sexually Broken, my life was radically changed. Glory to God. I feel the presence of the Lord. I feel the presence of the Lord in telling you this story. My life was radically changed. I began to see my value. Then I began to see the value of women. And as a result, God taught me how to bring out the worth and value of women. My. And as a result, I was in this meeting one day in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was like 300 women in the meeting. And one lady, she was a Miss America. She had the crown on her head. She stood up to the microphone, and the lady said, what is the biggest challenge of being Miss America? And she held her hands up, and she said, feeling unworthy. Oh, my God. And I had just come out of this group, remember? And I'm like, unworthy? You're worthy in Christ. You're worthy in Jesus. Jesus makes you worthy. She says, feeling unworthy. I said, oh no, I got to fix that. I left that meeting and I was thinking, wow, you are a woman of worth. You are a woman of wisdom. You are a woman who worships God. You shouldn't feel unworthy. I left that meeting saying, wow. I was walking down the halls at Louisiana College one day, and it was like the Lord spoke to me and said, wow, women of worth. That was the first live event that I had called Wow, Women of Worth. You see, folks, most times the enemy comes at us at an early age or some part of our life and cause us to feel like we're not worth it. The enemy comes at us and make us feel like nobody cares about us. The enemy comes at us and make us feel like, we ain't got nothing going on. But God wants to use that which was sent to destroy you to deliver you. I'm going to help somebody tonight. God wants to use that which was sent to destroy you to deliver you. Somebody's listening to me right now, and you like tormented based on a secret in your life. You're tormented based on something that happened to you at some point in your life. You're tormented because you've never been able to tell your real story. You're tormented because you haven't had anybody to listen to you and to hear you for who you really are. And you're like screaming, saying, I want to be heard. I want to be validated. I want to get this story out of me. I'm talking to somebody tonight. And God is saying to you, you are worthy. He's giving you permission tonight to tell your real story. So I want to tell you that tonight is your night to step out and tell your real story. Hello, Sports Center out of from Whittier. Hello, ma'am. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Ruth Day, thank you for coming in. Good to see you. And yes, always good to see my wife, Loretta. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And so, folks, here's the deal. Here's the deal. When you begin, your deepest pain point has the potential of being your highest paying point. So when you share your pain, you make your pain pay you back. And so God has been, as a worthologist, I help you walk in your worth, value your voice, and take your message to the masses. Hello, somebody. Walk in your worth, value your voice, and take your message to the masses. That is the power of telling your real story, your real story. But too often, too many times, many of us have gotten dropped by somebody. We've been let down by somebody. And when we've been let down by somebody, we don't feel worthy to stand up. We don't feel worthy to speak up. And as a result, we shrink our shine. We pull back. We hold back. We don't speak out. We don't stand up. We don't speak up. But I'm here to tell you that that day for you is over. I see bigger for every one of you. How many of you here want to speak up and tell your real story? If you want to tell your real story, I want you to just put RS in the comment box. If you want to tell your real story, put RS in the comment box. I want to help you tell your real story, your real story. Come on, somebody, your real story. I want you to put RS in the comment box. I'm offering you an opportunity to be a part of my 5-figure virtual speakers workshop. 5-figure virtual speaker boot camp. This boot camp is going to show you how my son Jonathan, who has been speaking and teaching out here online virtually right here during the pandemic, how Jonathan has generated over $18,000 just in the pandemic right now virtually. And I want you to know that your value is unlimited. Come on, somebody. Somebody need to put in here unlimited. Somebody needs to put in here unlimited. Somebody needs to put here unlimited. Come on now. Thank you, ma'am. I just signed up and got my friend Yvonne to sign up too. Thank you. I'm here to tell you, we won't disappoint. We will not disappoint, sports scene. We will not disappoint. We're taking it together. We are unlimited. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. I need somebody to put unlimited. Your value is unlimited. Your worth is without measure, but your price is what you're willing to accept. We want to teach you how to stop giving discounts on who you are. It's time for you to step into the fullness of what God has called you to. What God has called you to. I want to thank you. Oh, thank you. Now, what I want to share with you tonight is that in this 5-figure virtual speakers workshop, we're going to be teaching you step by step how you can go out and do this. We're going to be teaching you scripts. We're going to give you scripts that you can use, and we're going to provide you with contract, because your real worth, your real value, we're ready for the next level. Your real worth, your real value. That's it right there. Your real worth and your real value. But it all starts with you knowing who you are. It all starts with you knowing what's on the inside of you. You are a woman of worth. I need 3 people to put in the comment box, wow. You are a woman of worth. You are a woman of wisdom. You are a woman of word. You are a woman of wealth. Come on now. You got to really begin to receive this and feel this over your life and for who you are. And when you tell your real story, you really, really show God's awesome, awesome glory. So, folks, I just wanted to come in tonight, and I just wanted to talk with you and share with you that your worth wound is your wealth wound. Your worth wound is your wealth wound. And you got to be right there on it, my friend, doing the thing that God has called you to do. So, folks, I just wanted to come in and go live and give you all some value here tonight. And I just wanted to share with you an opportunity to jump into this live training, the 5-figure virtual speaker bootcamp. the 5-figure Virtual Speaker Bootcamp. It's going to be epic. It's going to be real phenomenal. You're going to love, love, love the value that you get out of it. And as a result, friend, we want to see you go forward and build that online business, build that online brand, and step out and build your platform that you might go out and speak and coach and teach. Because I want to share this with you, and we're going to get out of here. When you leverage what you have learned, there's no limit to how much you can earn. Can someone write that in the comment box? I want you to put that out there. When you leverage what you have learned, there is no limit to how much you can earn. If I can get somebody to put that in the comment box, I know it's a little long, but it's worth you getting out there. When you leverage what you have learned, there's no limit to how much you can earn. When you leverage what you have learned, there is no limit to how much you can earn. I want y'all to really, 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 really hit me with this. I really want y'all to get that right there. I really want you to get that right there. Okay. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. I want to put it up on the screen. When you leverage what you have learned, there is no limit to how much you can earn. When you leverage what you learn, there is no limit to how much you can earn. You see what I'm saying there? Now you say, well, what are you talking about? When you leverage what you've learned, there is no limit to how much you can earn. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. When you leverage what you have learned, there is no limit to how much you can learn. Here's the deal, folks. When you position yourself properly in this space as a speaker, as a coach, as a consultant, there is no limit to how much you can learn when you do it right, when you do it the right way. You say, well, what is the right way? Okay, what is the right way? When you begin to value your voice. Okay, come on, someone. Put value your voice. Value your voice. When you leverage what you have learned, there is no limit to how much you can earn. That is so true right there. That is so true right there. When you leverage what you have learned, there is no limit to how much you can earn. Now, you say, well, how does that work? How does that work? I'll tell you how that works. Okay. So let's play a question. Ruth Dade, I want to ask you a question. Ruth Dade, how much does an hour of your time cost? Let's play this out. Let's play this out. You all have given me inspiration here tonight. Ruth Dade, how much is an hour worth of your time? Sports Scene 02, how much is an hour of your time worth? Joyce Funches, when you leverage what you have learned, there is no limit to how much you can earn. That is so correct, Joyce Funches. Good to see you, Joyce. Good to see you. I'm doing a 5-figure virtual speakers workshop. It's going to show you how you can begin to generate a revenue from your computer, how you can do the same thing from your computer. Joyce Funches, how much is an hour worth of your time? Give me the value of the hour of your time. I need about 3 of you all to play this out with me. I want to teach you something here. I want to talk to you about when you leverage what you've learned, there's no limits to how much you can earn. Now, I need you to give me a figure. Give me an hourly figure. Joyce Funches, give me an hour figure. Okay, how much is an hour of your time? How much does an hour of your time cost? Okay, come on. I need an answer to that, Joyce. I need an answer. Okay, so Sports Scene says $200. Okay, not a problem. Good. Okay, I need 2 more people to give me this. Okay, I want to play out with you. I want to teach you something here tonight. I want to show you how to value your voice, how to value your story. Okay, Ruth Dade, would you give me a figure? Ruth Dade, how much is an hour of your time worth? Joyce Funches, Joyce, would you put in a dollar amount for your time? Sports Scene 04 says $200. Thank you, ma'am, for putting that in. Thank you there. I need Joyce Funches. I need Ruth Day to put in here. Okay. Joyce Funches says 250. Okay. 250. Okay. Ruth Dade, how much? Thank you, Joyce. Ruth Dade, how much is an hour of your time worth? Give me an hour of your time. I get paid $100 an hour now as a consultant doing webinars, but want to make more. Okay. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Okay. So we got 200, 250. We got 200. Okay. Okay. Ruth Day says 350. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Now, thank you, ladies, for playing out. Thank you for putting that in there. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to do an exercise. I want to do an exercise with you. Okay. I want to do this exercise with you. Okay. So how many of you believe that you are worth $1,500 an hour? Okay. How many of you believe that you are worth $1,500 an hour? Okay. How many of you believe you're worth $1,500 an hour? $1,500 an hour. Anyone? Anybody? 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 Anybody believe you're worth $1,500 an hour? Me? Okay. $1,500 an hour. Okay. Anybody? Okay. Sports Center says she believes she's worth $1,500 an hour. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? $1,500 an hour. All right. I'm worth it. You definitely are. Okay. I totally agree with it. Okay. Can I tell you how you can get there? Can I tell you how you can get there? Okay. Ruth Day says she's worth $1,500 an hour. Okay, Ruth, very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else believe they're worth $1,500 an hour? Anyone else believe you're worth $1,500 an hour? If you are, just put me in the comment box. Play along with me. Yes, please. Okay. I wish I want. Okay. Louise Hunter. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, please. I wish I was to be real. Okay. All right. Now. Okay. Now, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. I wish I want to be real. Yeah. Well, yeah. Hey, Joyce. What you're worth is one thing. What you're paid is another. Okay, Joyce, you got that? So just be real. How much are you worth? Let me just help you out with this. Your worth is unlimited. Your value is unlimited. What you get paid is not a reflection of your worth. Your value is unlimited. Your worth is without measure, but your price is what you're willing to accept. Joyce, can you receive that? Can you receive that? Okay. Can you receive that? All right. Now, Sports Center. Let me ask you a question. Sports Scene. You said you do webinars. How valuable is one webinar? How valuable is it to the company that you're doing this work for with these webinars? Okay. If you were to teach a class, okay, thank you, Joyce. I'm glad you got that. Thank you. Okay. So Sports Center, if you were to teach a class, how much would your class be worth for training purposes? Okay, Sports Scene 04. Let's say you're doing corporate training. And they bring in, let's say 10 of their executives, and you're going to train 10 people in the company. The company is charging a couple of thousand. The company is charging a couple of thousand. Okay. They're charging a couple of thousand. Okay. So would you say that your webinar training could be worth, let's say, $3,600? $3,600. With that, let's say they're charging a couple of thousand. Could you think it's worth? Do you think your webinars are worth about $3,600? Let's just say the value of them. Okay. Would you say that the value of your program, of that webinar training, is $3,600? Would you say the value of it there? I do a 1.5 hour, but I charge 2 hours flat because 15 minutes to 50 minutes I charge 2 hours. Yes, okay, 3,000. Joyce Funches. Joyce, are you a lawyer? Okay, I believe Joyce Funches. What do you do, Joyce Funches? Okay, so how long does it take you to prepare for? It's worth $3,600. Okay, so if your training is worth $3,600, all right, how long does it take you to build out a webinar? Would you say, Sports Scene, that you could build that webinar within about 24 hours? Could you build the webinar, do your slides, and do the presentation and put everything together in 24 hours? I have a full-time job, but so consulting on the side, but that's what I need to shift over. Okay, all right. But could you do this webinar? Could you put this webinar together? Could you put this webinar together in about 24 hours? 24 hours. Could you put the slides together, the content together, do the presentation, and do the class in about 24 hours? Could you digitally put it together in 24 hours? Okay. Let's just say yes. Okay. All right. 24 hours, a Sports Scene. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. Now, okay. Now, so here's the deal. 24 hours divided by $3,600 is how much, Joyce Funches? 24 divided by 3,600 is how much? I need somebody to put that in the comment box. Take your time. Do the math. Grab your phone. Pull off to the side. 24 divided by $3,600. How much is that? That's dividing hours by dollars. How much is that? I know how much it is. I need you all to play it out with me. Come on, don't y'all get lazy on me now. Come on, stay with me. We want to do the math. We want to do the math. We want to do the math. Put the comment in there. 24 hours divided by 3,600. That's what it's going to cost you if you got one student in your class. One student in your class, Sports Scene. You know how much money that's going to be? Come on. I'm looking. Come on. Come on. How much money is that going to be? I'm going to tell you how much it's going to be. All right. I'm going to go all the way back up to here. You know how much that's going to be? That's going to be $1,500 an hour. $1,500 an hour. That's it right there. There it is right there. Okay. This is how you can charge your worth, Sports Scene. This is just a snippet of what you can do. Do you follow what I'm saying? You can create a course on how to do a webinar, and people will pay you $3,600. Let's say, okay, you say, well, I ain't got that. I don't believe I can do that. Well, that's when you get some help. You get somebody to help you, show you how you can get somebody to pay you $5,000 to do the webinar. That's if you got one person to buy that webinar, one person bought your webinar. Guess what? Now you got $3,600. Now, Sports Scene 04. Do you think, Joyce Fonches, are you still here? Is Joyce here? Come on. I need to hear from you, Joyce. Are you still here? Ruth Dade, are you still here? Loretta Speaks, are you still here? I want to know if the rest of you guys are all still here. I am still looking for all of you. I'm looking for all of you. Are you still here? Are y'all still here? Are y'all still here? Are you still here? 10 people sign up. Okay. Now, if you get 10 people to sign up for your webinar program, 10 people. Yes. Are you here? Am I helping you, Ruth Dade? Am I helping you, Ruth Dade? Am I helping you, Joyce Funches? Ruth Dade, tell me what you do, and I want to walk you through the class that you can create, the program that you can create, and I want to show you how you can speak for pay. So you get 10 people to sign up for your class, Sports Scene. 10 times 3,600 is how much? 10 times 3,600 is how much? Okay. All right. Ruth Dade says you here. Ruth, what is your profession? What do you teach? What is your message, Ruth Dade? What is your message? What is it? What is your purpose, Ruth Dade? What is your purpose? Okay. Sports Scene, 10 times 3,600 is $36,000. Do you see that? Hey, folks, I want to let y'all in on a secret. Lean in, everybody. Lean in, everybody. $36,000, ma'am. There it is, all day, every day. There it is, right there, all day, every day. I want to let y'all in on a secret. The world has gone online. Did y'all hear me? I said the world has gone online. Even God is an online God. Yes, he is. Did you hear what I said? The world is online. Everything now is online. If you're going to make big moves and make the money that you want to make, you're going to need to do it by going online, producing a training program, a course, speaking, or coaching. Am I helping somebody? Am I helping somebody? He's an online God. Even God's online now. Hello, Coach Rosie Thames. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, God is online now. Even God is online. Okay, yes. Okay. Sports Scene said you are helping me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so if you got, thank you. If you got God is online. Yeah. So $36,000 times 10 students is $36,000. Now, Sports Scene, what are you going to divide the 36,000 by? What are you going to do? Retired adult education coordinator who works part-time for as a disaster loan specialist. Oh my, that's good. 24 hours. That's right, Sports Center. 24 hours. Okay, so 24 divided by 36,000. That's if you just got 10 students. Come on, Sports Scene. Do the math for me. Do the math for me, Sports Scene. Ruth Dade, I'm coming back to you, Ruth, retired adult education coordinator. Do you know, Miss Dade, how many people would love for you to coordinate an online program to help them with any number of things? What is it that you would like to help people do? What do you feel is your purpose, Ruth Dade? A disaster loan specialist. How many people would you know that would like for you to help them with budgeting, help them with their financial management, help them with their bills? You could create a course around who you are, what you do, and begin to teach the people. Okay, now, am I helping you, Ruth Dade? All right. Now, Sports Scene says $1,500 an hour. With how many students? Only 10. Only 10 students. Only 10. Are you beginning to get excited? Are you beginning to see the magic of this? Okay. Now, let's just say, how many students would you need to get in your class at $3,600 in order to get to $100,000? Sports Scene. How many would you need to get to $100,000? Come on, talk to me tonight. All you need is 30 students. 30 students. You put 30 students. Hello, Babe Place. 30 students in that program. If you put 30 students in that program, guess what you got? You got 30 times 3,600. 30 times 3,600. How much money is that? That's $108,000. Okay. Okay. 108. Do the math. Do the math. Do the math. Be 28. 28. No, I think it's 30. You put 30 students. Oh, 28. Okay. All right. 28. Do that math for me. But if you put 30 in there, you'll have 108,000. Okay. 28 is about right. Okay. But put 30 in there for me. Do the numbers based on 30, and it's going to come up to $108,000. Okay. All right. Do that for me. Okay. No, I know you were doing it by 100,000. Okay. I know, right. Correct. Okay. No, 100,000 divided by 36 is 28. Okay. All right. I got it. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. But what I want you to do is I want you to do 30 times 3,600. Okay. Do 30 times 3,000 600 equals, okay. This is what I want you. This is what I want you at here, right here. 100. All right. Right here. Yep, 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 yep. There you go. There you go. That's what I want right there. That's it right there. When you do that number right there, when you put 30 students into a digital course, this is how you earn your worth. This is how you walk into it, folks. Now, I'm going to tell you flat out, it's not easy. It's some work. You'll have to do some work to make this happen. Now, when you divide 108,000, yes, sir, that's what I want to do. Okay, when you divide 108,000 by 24, how much is that per hour? I'm going to stop right here, folks. I'm going to go rest. I'm going to stop right here. I just want to show you. When you divide 100, when you do this right here, when you divide this right here, when you do 30 times 3,600, that's 108,000. 108,000 divided by 24. Divide that by 24. When you divide 108,000 by 24, you are at $4,500 an hour. $4,500 per hour is what you're worth if you put 30 students in your class. Folks, there's 2.5 billion people on Facebook. 2.5 billion people on Facebook. And what you're trying to do is get 30 people to buy your webinar services. 30 people to get in here. Okay. So Ruth Dade, tell me, Ruth, what do you do? What kind of course or product do you want to create? Tell me. You're a retired adult educator who works part-time as a disaster loan specialist. So that tells me if you're doing something as a loan specialist and you're a retired adult educator, that tells me you can teach. Am I right, Ruth Dade? And if you can teach, you can create a course or a program. That is your product. And you build that product around your purpose. And when you build it around your purpose, it serves your people. Am I helping anybody? Am I helping y'all? Are there any questions Okay. 108,000 divided by 24 hours is $4,500 an hour. Sports Scene 04, that is it right there. That is it in a bag of potato chips. That is it. That is it. That is it right there. You see what I'm saying? That is it right there. So I just wanted to come in. Are there any questions tonight? I didn't intend to stay this long. I wanted to just pop in and give y'all some real value and some real training on what you can do. Your value is unlimited. Your worth is without measure, but your price is what you're willing to accept. I want to encourage you all to kick through whatever is holding you back. Push through whatever is holding you back. If you've been dropped, if you've been let down, if you've been hurt, if you've been disappointed, push through it. Push through it. Push through it. Because God has a bigger plan. God has a bigger purpose for you. And he's tired of you discounting yourself. Okay? Tired of you discounting yourself. Are there any questions that any of you all have of me? Are there any questions that any of you have of me tonight? Any questions from any of you? I want to thank you all for your time. I want to thank you all for coming in. Okay. You're looking forward to the boot camp. We're looking forward to having you there. Push through and push up to our purpose. That's right. That's right. You got to push through and push up into your purpose. Okay. If you're listening here tonight and you say, wow, that was very, very interesting, then I want to encourage you to run on over to the 6-Figure Bootcamp. Go right there and click on the 6-Figure Bootcamp. Dr. Fred Jones, I'm holding a 5-Figure Virtual Speakers Bootcamp. This bootcamp is valued at $297. We're offering it for your Cyber Monday for $97. $97. Thanks to all of you who already signed up. Those of you who just signed up a little while ago, thanks to all of you who signed up. The rest of you who've been debating it or thinking about it, you're going to want to sign up. You're going to want to go ahead and grab this special because Jonathan, my son, has generated almost $20,000 in the pandemic. And right in the last few months, he's generated this doing only virtual speaking engagements. And we're going to be teaching you how to do that. We're going to be sharing with you the scripts. We're going to be sharing with you step by step. We're going to be sharing with you contracts, templates. We're going to give you everything you need to go out and begin to do this work yourself. To go out and begin to do this work yourself. So I wanted to just give you all the opportunity to do that. We want to encourage you to push through and to push up to our purpose. That's it. Push through and push up to your purpose. If you want to learn how to generate this kind of revenue right here, we want to teach you. This business model that I'm sharing with you all now is it's timeless. Okay. This is a timeless model. A lot of people don't ever get to know and see how this really works. A lot of people give up on their greatness because they don't want to do the work to do this. Here's the deal. If you don't do your vision, somebody else will hire you and pay you to do theirs. Did you hear what I said? If you do not do your vision, somebody else will hire you and pay you to do theirs. I want to see you walk in your worth. I want to see you value your voice, and I want to see you step into your greatness. And I want to help you get started with that. And I know no better way than to get started on this particular day here. Get started with the boot camp, the Dr. Fred Jones /boot camp, where Jonathan and I is going to be teaching you the 5-figure virtual speakers boot camp. And you're going to love, love, love this information. I love all of you all. I want you to know that I value all of you. I believe in your greatness. Let's run into our worth. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You're more than welcome. Thanks for sharing your time, talent, and treasures with us. You're so appreciated. Thank you so much, ma'am. You are more than welcome. Let's run into our worth. Let's run into our worth. Okay, guys. Thank you all for coming on. You're a great value. You're a blessing. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'm Dr. Fred Jones. I want to remind you that the most expensive thing you will ever pay is attention to the wrong people. Good night.